Welcome aboard the Lone Wolf Winnebago. I think that's probably a good way of describing it. Dillian Whyte has invited us in just to say hello. How are you doing? It's good to see you.
I'm good, Fraser. How you doing, mate? You all right?
I'm very well. You look fantastic, by the way. I mean, last
Thank
time
you.
I saw you was probably in Saudi. I think you were about 3 stone lighter or thereabouts.
Yeah, about that. Yeah, it's been hard, Life is full of ups and downs, man. That time I was down and out. Now I'm on the rise again, man. So thank God I've worked hard, dieted hard, trained hard. It's been hard. It ain't been easy. Now hopefully, I feel good and I'm back where I should be.
It's been, 5 months in Portugal, I think. You must have had difficulties with that, I suppose, in the sense of having the people out there that you needed, getting sparring partners, etc., etc.
It's been very difficult, I think at one point I had 16, 18 people or something like that, obviously I have to feed them, with the house to make sure everyone's alright, you have to look after people as well and trying to get people in. So it's been very difficult, and then trying to get the right people. Obviously my whole team was there, the physio, the conditioning, the logistic guys, the boxing coaches, everyone was there. So then I had to get sparring partners in, then I couldn't get the guys I need, then I had to get other guys, then I had to wait till that part of the country open up. It was a nightmare, but it was good at the same time. It was good, Had I been here, I wouldn't have been able to train and get in physical condition I needed to beat Povetkin.
Obviously, you mentioned coaches, and there's been some changes as far as that's concerned. Xavier Miller coming in to work with you. You've worked with before, and now David Caldwell joining the team as well. What's the thinking behind that?
The more experience you have around you, the better it is, because to have 6 sets of eyes is better than 4. Better than 4 because I can't see everything, coach can't see everything. But to have an extra person, especially a neutral person, who's very experienced. They've got Soroka, David Hay, Derek Chisora, took Tony Bellew later stage to beating David Hay twice and to beating Junior Makaba and other guys. So he's experienced with big guys, and he knows what it's like to work with these big guys, and he knows what a big guy should be doing and should be doing. I see my coach Xavier Miller is very experienced. He's built a lot of guys from amateurs up to English British title level and stuff like that. So which is a good sign. When he can work with amateurs and professionals, it's a very good sign, because it's 2 different sports. And to have a lot of amateur champions and a lot of professional champions is always good. So and it was his idea as well to have an extra pair of experienced eyes in there to help. So I was like, it's good. There's no ego involved, and it's very clever when to have someone looking after you who thinks and that mindset,
Why take on Alexander Povetkin? You could have easily sat back, waited for your chance for the WBC title, etc., and yet you're taking on a guy who's beaten some of the best out there. Only got 2 defeats on his record. This is a tough fight for you, isn't it?
It's a very difficult fight, probably one of my hardest fights to date, to be honest. But I had 7 amateur fights, 28 professional fights, still a relative novice. You see people saying, "Oh, this guy's a novice." He's had 80 amateur fights. And I'm like, well, he's had more fights than amateur than I have, So I'm still learning, and this is all building blocks and bricks into the wall to make sure when I get to the top level, I can reign there for a long time and stay there for a long time and be strong and consistent there for a long time. So I need to make sure I do all these little things and take these fights, different fights, different atmosphere, different places, so I can train, work in different things, different sizes, different style, speedy fighters, boxers, counter fighters, aggressive fighters. So when I do, because we don't know where the heavyweight titles are going to end up. We don't know. I meant to fight Fury. Fury might vacate. I might get straight into the Joshua fight, or Wilder might beat Fury. So I can't sit around and wait. I need to have these different fights to give me the different scenarios to play out and to overcome. So when I get there, I'm ready. I'm ready as I can be.
Fight camp itself is certainly very different as well. It's great to be able to get the fights on. What about this place? Living here in the Winnebago, this is a bit different as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it is different, but I get peace of mind. Hotels, things happen. People running up and down, people making noise, and you bump into a lot of people. In a time like this as well, we need to be extra careful and extra safe. So for me, just being out here is peaceful. I can make some food if I want to. I don't have to live out of a box and keep eating preheated meal. I can cook some salmon or some chicken or something. or whatever, you know what I mean. If I want some soup, I can just make it. I have to have tin soup in the microwave or whatever. So this just gives me a bit more normality as well, you know. And yeah, obviously when the fights is on at the big places, you can get things from the kitchens and stuff. Here is a bit more difficult, and obviously this is testing times, so everyone's a bit more careful, so it's harder to move around, and it's just better for me to be here, a bit more peaceful. It's not people walking up and down outside the room and all that sort of stuff when you're trying to sleep, and people, because I think there's normal people in the hotel as well as fighters as well, you know.
You're looking very relaxed on it, I have to say. Dillian, thanks very much indeed for joining us. Thanks for inviting us here on the Lone Wolf or Winnebago. Dillian looking nice and relaxed and ready for the fight at the weekend.